Hi, y'all. So you're back in here in the episode Indigo Podcast, and today I got my mom. She back again with another episode, and today we're not gonna be talking about music. We're gonna talk about our top 50. Well, she didn't rank hers, but just our top 15 favorite movies in our opinion. Not best movies. It's our personal favorite. So I'm gonna start with mine. First one I got is Ted 2. In my opinion, this is a classic. I think it is like comedy, but it's not like Dave Chappelle or like Cat Williams funny. Like it's kind of dry humor. Like I was talking to my friend today. I kind of categorize it as like Reddit humor. Like if you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. So you may like it or not, but I personally think it's funny. I personally like this more than the first version that came out. That's just me personally. The first version is more legendary if you compare it, but in terms of enjoyment, I spun this movie more than the first one. So 15, I got Ted 2. What's your first movie?
The first movie I would like to disclose is Cadillac Records. Reason being, I like music. I like musicals at times too when I'm watching a movie. And Cadillac Records has it basically tells you like the start of the blues with Muddy Waters and Howlin' Wolf and all that. And then, later on the white people stole their music, Rolling Stones, and I mean they alright and stuff, but they stole their music. But Beyonce's in the movie, which I like. She did a good job playing Etta James. And Jeffrey Wright, he's a cool actor. So that's all.
Okay. Never heard of that movie. What year did that come out?
Oh, that came out like maybe 8 years ago.
So I was like 9, something like that. I never knew that movie even existed, but that's cool. All right, this one, I'm sure you're happy to see this on the list. I got Seed of Chucky. That's the one where basically Chucky and I think it's Tiffany, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, they had it's like a non-binary child. So the thing that me and my mom used to do, we had this inside joke. My uncle Masai, we used to call him. I think his name was
Glenn.
Yeah, Glenn. We used to call him Glenn and make
Glenda.
fun of. Yeah, make fun of him because Glenn is pretty shy. Masai is very to himself, and he just acts pretty goofy. So we just compared him to Glenn, and I don't know, it was just funny inside joke. You wouldn't know unless you're us, so it was just funny, but just a lot of lore behind it, really nostalgic, and I would say it's your favorite Chucky too. It's my favorite Chucky personally, even though Child's Play, the first one, obviously is the most nostalgic, obviously the most classic, and probably the best in terms of just the movie overall. But in terms of enjoyment, this is my favorite one. It's just the funniest to me. And if you don't like it, you don't. If you do, you really do. So it's not really an in-between. Because I've heard people say it's trash, like it's completely downgrade from the first one. And some people are like, I love this movie. So that's mine.
I think it's more of a comedy.
Yeah, I would think so too. It's not really...
It's not like a thriller like... the first Chucky and the second and third and blah, but it's more like a comedy / thriller. It's funny.
Right. But what's your next one?
My next film will be Selena. And reason being is because, I always listened to Selena before she got killed by that Miss Piggy, Yolanda Saldivar. I heard she's supposed to be getting out of prison this year or next year.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Somebody gonna kill her, but anyway.
I
like the first Selena with Jennifer Lopez, the one that was on Netflix with Cristiano.
I believe I saw that one.
No, the original is like the best one to me.
That's the one with Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah, with Jennifer Lopez, she did her thing.
Yeah, I would think she'd play her well.
She got her dancing down. She could lip sing her music. Everything. It was a good movie. Okay. It was sad at the end, but everybody knew what happened. It was good.
Yeah. All right. Well, next one I got The Secret Life of Pets 2. This is because my dad used to give me movies. He's burning discs. So he'd burn them and give them to me, and I just would watch it all the time. And I personally I'm more of an animated movie person. I always grew up just liking more animated movies. I like action movies. I'll get into more action movies later, but I just remember watching this over and over and over and over again. That's the main thing. I just played it a lot, and it's really lighthearted. It's pretty straightforward in terms of the plot, and I like animated movies, so that's why I put it here. But what's your next one?
My next one would be Menace to Society.
It's a good pick.
I would think everybody has seen it. If they haven't, they need to watch it. I'm not going to go over what it's about, but you should also listen to the soundtrack because the soundtrack is just hidden.
Not gonna hold you. I've not seen it, so I'm one of those people.
Oh, you need to watch it. It's very good.
I've seen Boys in the Hoods. Boys in the Hood. I've seen that. I've seen that, but I haven't seen Menace to Society. So
It's a very good movie.
okay. Next one I got Wall-E. I think you can see the trend here. But this is another movie I watched when I was pretty young. I would say like in my elementary years, so like maybe 5, not even 5, like 4 to 8, maybe somewhere around that time period. But I don't really remember all the details. I just know Wally's obviously like a robot and he's just going on his own journey. But I just remember because the main reason for these rankings, because like the last one, The Secret Life of Pets 2. Like, obviously, it can't compare to Menace to Society and, like, Boys in the Hood and, like, maybe Scarface in terms, like, the best. But in terms of enjoyment, that's just what I picked. Anyway, I just played it a lot, so that's why it's on this list. And I just remember, like, my attachment to the movie. So, number 12, I got Wall-E. What's your next one?
I have quite a few because they all fit, like, in the same genre or whatnot. Mm-hmm. So I would say Twilight, all of them. From the first one, Twilight.
Oh, don't even.
I mean, I'm not gonna go through all of them.
Don't even get me started on Twilight.
Twilight, and then there's another movie that's really good called Beautiful Creatures. Some people have seen it. Some people are like, "What are you talking about? I never heard of that." But it's similar to Twilight, but I think it's a lot better actually. And there's another movie that falls like in that genre. It's called The Craft. It came out like in between like 97 and 2000. I'm not really sure, but to me it's like a cult classic. I think everybody should watch The Craft, especially if you like witchcraft and stuff like that. It's really cool. It's a cool movie. I like it.
Okay. Well, next one I got is called Coco. Me and my mom saw this one time together at cinema, but it's just I just remember like it's a lot of like Latino / Mexican heritage going on. Like I remember it was a part like about the Day of the Dead. So that's pretty cool. It's really colorful. It's really wholesome. Like it shows you like the importance of family and just bonding with people and stuff like that. I just remember like it's a lot of purple and yellow and like a lot of good hues going on. But the storyline's solid. It looks like aesthetically pleasing. It's just a really cool movie. And I just remembered it when I was making this list. I'm like, I kind of got to put this on here because I just remember the first initial reaction. I'm like, this is a pretty good movie. And I mean, I've seen on the internet, some people think it's the best Pixar movie, which is debatable. There's a lot of good Pixar movies. But this one I got here is Coco. If you haven't seen it, I would check it out. It's one of the best animated movies I've seen. But
is that a Disney movie?
Apparently it's Pixar. It's either Pixar or Disney. I'm not really sure. I believe it's Pixar.
Okay, because my next choice is a Disney movie. And the reason I like it is because it's like the first black princess out of, all the little princesses on Disney or whatnot. You got Ariel and, okay, I'm not going to go down the list. But Princess and the Frog. I like the music. I like the culture because it's based in New Orleans. And it's a cool cartoon. I'm not into really watching cartoons, but I would watch that like 10 times a day. I would watch that at night to put me to sleep. I like know the words to the whole movie and everything. That's
she's not lying. I can confirm that she's not lying.
It's a good movie.
Yeah. 10. This is another one. Me and my mom used to watch a lot. The Croods. It's like I'm a big fan of like family movies, like kid like movies. So this was perfect for me, and she liked it too. So I'm like, all right. Now I really like it because when my mom likes a movie, you'll see when I mention one later, I'll really like it even more because we'll just bond over it and just watch it over and over again, especially if it's on Netflix. But Netflix, they had this thing where they took stuff off. Like I remember they took Power Rangers off. I was distraught. I lost my mind. But anyway, just a really good family movie. Plot's pretty cool. Pretty funny moments with the grandma. She's a little bit thrown off. The daughter's kind of like a rebel in a sense, going on after the guy. I don't remember his name, but just really cool. And then the dad's kind of like a stoic, like I don't know how to explain, like just like Cause some guys they trying to hide their feelings. He's like basically just a guy that like he's like all hard and act like he control everything type thing. Anyway, like cool movie, kid like it follows everything I like in a movie, so that's why I had to put it on here. But what's your next one?
Um, my next movie will be Scarface. I feel like everybody, if they haven't seen Scarface, needs to watch it at least one time. I know it's a long movie; it's like 4 hours long, but I mean, it's worth it to see where that man started from and where he ended up. I mean, oh, it was just it's a dope movie. It is literally a dope movie.
Literally.
Yeah, literally, you need to watch it. It's good.
Nah, but 4 hours? Like I know Justice League is like 5.
But I mean, it just shows you his like humble. I don't even want to say humble beginnings. He was in the slums. To get into the dope game or whatever and making money and driving fancy cars and had a nice woman and all that. And then it went downhill from there because you never get high on your own supply. When you get high on your own supply, it messes with your head and everything gets ruined. And yeah, it was a tragic ending, but it was a very, very, very good movie.
Yeah, I need to watch it. I watched it one time. That was about it, and I don't really remember much from it. So I also need to watch it again. But this next one I got, this is a little bit more recent, and just the experience I had with it off the first watch, I had to put it on here. Super bad. My mama, I don't think you know. You ever?
Yeah, I've seen that.
You seen Super
Funny.
Bad? Yeah. Cause the thing is, only reason I watched this because I got put on by Aunt at a sleepover. It was me, him, and Chris. So we were pulling an all nighter and we were eating snacks and stuff. And he's like, "Have you ever seen Super Bad?" I'm like, "What is that?" And then we'd make loving and then just I think his real name is Seth. I'll put a picture up of him up here. I know how he looks. I forgot his name, but it's just really funny. It's kind of like dry humor, like Reddit humor. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. You just think it's stupid. But it was just really fun experience. It was really funny, a lot of laughs, and it's just I'll always remember that sleepover because of this movie. And I haven't seen it since, but I need to watch it again because just off of the first watch, it was legendary. So I would really recommend watching that if you really like Reddit type humor and just dumb kids doing dumb stuff, I guess. But what's your next movie?
I'm gonna name two movies because I feel like they're in the same genre, kind of, sort of, dealing with like segregation and stuff like that. So I would say The Help, but one that's more powerful than The Help would be Malcolm X. I suggest everybody watch Malcolm X at least one time in their life before they die. Watch Malcolm X; it's very good.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't seen that one yet. Well, I might have, because a lot of movies I just see, and you just kind of forget. So, but yeah. Next one I got Let It Shine. I believe this is a Disney movie. This is another movie that kind of built my childhood, and just the whole plot of the main character Cyrus, and basically his friend is named Chris, and like the stage name, because Cyrus wants to be a rapper, but his parents are like super religious, so they're like rap is the devil music and whatnot, so they're kind of like pushing Cyrus away. He's still doing it behind the scenes because he's really passionate about it, but Chris on the other hand, he has more of a like rapper-esque appeal than Cyrus, because Cyrus is kind of like the typical nerd. Like he doesn't look like a rapper at all, even though he can rap. So basically Cyrus is staging for Chris, so Cyrus is making the music and writing it, and Chris is like performing it, kind of like Milli Vanilli, like he's performing it but it's not really his voice at all. But that whole plot was really interesting, and I just remember watching it all the time, so I had to put that on there. But what's your next one?
My next one I usually play like around the holidays, usually like when Thanksgiving starts up, and that's Friday After Next. If you've seen any of the Fridays, then I mean it's funny. Friday After Next is my favorite one because that's like hilarious. It has Cat Williams in it, and Ice Cube, of course, and Pinky's back. It's just hilarious. That's my favorite. I don't know why I consider that like a holiday movie, but I don't know, when it gets cold, when it gets chilly, like fall, winter, I want to watch that like over and over and over.
I mean, they do got the Hood Santa, so I mean.
Oh yeah, that's right.
There you go.
That's right.
Yeah. Next one I got the Lego Movie. It's another one I used to watch like with my dad or whatever, because I remember seeing it in the cinema. It's just one song. It's like the Everything Is Awesome song. If you've seen that movie, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's just it's just an inside joke. It's just funny, but I just remember liking it a lot. I had it on DVD too, and I just remember watching it. Like if I wanted to watch a movie, that was one of my go-tos. So number 7, I got the Lego Movie. But what's your next one?
My next movie, I would say I like mobster like movies, that style. Like the old mobsters, Gambinos and stuff like that. So this movie called Goodfellas, and Ray Liotta, like he really played that role like so good. So Goodfellas for me, you need to watch it.
Yeah,
If you haven't watched
that's
it.
a pretty critically acclaimed pick. A lot of people watched it. I haven't.
Rest in peace, Ray Liotta.
Oh,
He died last year.
oh. That's not funny, but oh. Anyway,
No, he's a good actor though. I mean, he's been portrayed in a lot of movies. He's a good actor. Ray Liotta, he did his thing in Goodfellas though. I'm not gonna lie.
okay, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Yep.
Next one, you probably won't be surprised. I got Spider-Man. Any of them, all of them. It doesn't matter which one. I prefer the newer ones. I like Across the Spider-Verse. I believe it's called Into the Spider-Verse. That's what's called. It's like the one of Miles Morales. That one's really cool. I like that one a lot. No Way Home, Homecoming. The one with I think No Way Home is the one with like all the alternate Spider-Man. But I mean, Spider-Man's my favorite superhero, so of course I'm gonna like all the movies. I mean, I've heard Spider-Man 3 is kind of I never saw that one, so I can't really attest to that. But Spider-Man's my favorite superhero, so he had to be on here. But what's your next one?
I'm gonna skip one actually
Okay.
because it should have went with my thrillers. So just forget about it. Don't worry about it. My last one. Well, it's not the last one. Mommy Dearest. I don't know if anybody's heard of that, or they probably heard sayings from the movie, but never knew it was from that movie. Mommy Dearest is a good movie. I mean, I feel bad for the kids in the movie because they get cussed out and beat on and hit with wire hangers and stuff like that. It's bad, but I mean, it's a true story. And I mean, that was Joan Crawford, and that was her life. She just had, mental problems of some sort and took it out on those kids. But I mean, her acting is superb. Joan Crawford and the lady that played Joan Crawford in the movie. I'm trying to remember her name, but I can't. I think it was Beverly D'Angelo or somebody. But it's a good movie to watch.
Okay. All right, next one. This shouldn't be a surprise. I mean, if you watch movies, this should probably be on your list. Avengers, any of them, to be honest. But if I had to pick one, it'd probably either be Endgame or Infinity Wars, just because of with Thanos, the snap, and then Iron Man. If you haven't seen this, it's a spoiler, but Iron Man snapping, like taking it from the stones from Thanos and snapping and dying.
What are you telling? Oh my god!
I mean, it's been out for like almost 4 or 5 years now. So
let people see for themselves.
like, if you haven't seen Avengers, that's why I said spoiler alert. When I say spoiler alert, you can click off. But I mean, it's Avengers. I don't really have to explain. I mean, it's a legendary series, legendary characters. You got Iron Man, Captain America, Black Widow. Yeah. What's her name? It's the I can't think of her name. I was gonna say Wonder Woman. That's Justice League. I'm thrown off. Spider-Man, Black Panther, just all you know the characters. Hulk. Like it's just legendary. You can't go wrong with the Avengers. But what's your next one?
Are you talking about Wanda the Witch?
No, I'm talking about the.
You were saying isn't Avengers?
No, isn't it Captain Marvel?
Yeah, she's in there too.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Cause she's kind of OP. Anyways,
What is OP?
Like overpowered. Like she's like one of the best ones.
Yeah, I thought she was gonna beat Thanos in that movie.
I did too, but
I was like, whoa. Yeah, it was crazy.
Maybe Thanos will come back in the new one because I know they have a new one coming out 2027. So yeah.
I'm gonna watch that.
Nah, for sure. But what's your next one?
My next one is called Whatever Happened to Baby Jane. And Baby Jane is a spoiled brat, and she grows up, but her mind is not right at all. She's like a little lunatic, and you have to watch this movie. It is one of the best movies I've ever seen. It's a black and white movie, but whatever, who cares? It's very good. Betty Davis is hilarious on some parts, and her sister is played by Joan Crawford. It's a very good movie. I'm not gonna tell y'all about it and ruin it.
I ain't ruined none out.
Anyway,
Like, bro, if you
I'm
haven't,
not. I'm not gonna ruin the movie
just
shit about
listen.
it. I'm just saying it's a very good movie. Check it out.
It's cool, but like, if you haven't seen Avengers and it's 2024, you're like, what are you doing? Like, that's why it's not even a spoiler. Because if you know movies, you've seen it. But anyway, next thing I'm gonna talk about, I got Monsters Inc. at number 4. I ain't gonna lie, this was like in the number 1 territory, but it went down a little bit because there's other 3. But it's just another Pixar classic. I think this is probably my favorite Pixar movie. It's just, Sullivan's more of a jock. Mike is more of like a nerd, and they just it's kind of two opposing identities, and they kind of just go well together, even though they kind of clash at certain points. But I don't know, it's just very nostalgic. It really defined my childhood, and I just really like the storyline, and I just remember watching it a lot, so it had to be on here for nostalgic purposes. But Monsters Inc., that's why I got number 4. I would really recommend watching that. So, what's your next one?
I'll just go ahead and say this movie. It's supposed to be with my like thriller, magical, spooky like genres, like beautiful creatures and The Craft and Twilight. I doubt anybody's heard of it, but if they have, it's a good thing. It's a very good movie. It's called The Skeleton Key.
Yeah, never heard of it.
And this girl, it takes place in New Orleans or Baton Rouge, I don't remember. And she goes to stay with these old people and help take care of them. And you have to watch. I'm not even gonna spoil it. It's so, I never seen a movie made like that. It's so good. And if you're into like voodoo and stuff like that, some people are like, what the hell? You'll like it. It's different. It's enjoyable. I enjoyed that movie a whole lot.
Type. Okay. All right. Next one I got Hotel Transylvania. All of them. Like, but if I had to pick one, it'd probably be either 1 or 2. I think 1 is probably the best, but the one I enjoyed the most is either 2 or 3. It's just the amount of comedy and just the lightheartedness, and I just really like the plot, especially in 2. Like, basically, Dennis, Dracula's daughter, has a son named, I believe his name is Dennis. So basically, Mavis doesn't want him to be in the whole Dracula like type of mode, like of being a vampire and and doing weird stuff and doing she basically wants him to be like a normal kid, which is cool, but just him learning that he's part vampire and really leaning into that is really cool at the end. So, and I just love all of them. I remember watching them a lot, so I had to put Hotel Transylvania here. It was really pushing it for 1, but when you see 1, you'll really understand number 1. But what's your next one?
Oh, I'm done. I have some honorable mentions.
Okay.
2 of those. The first one would be The Bodyguard with Whitney Houston and Kevin Costner.
It's a good pick.
The soundtrack is amazing. Like,
wait, didn't she produce the song? Well, not produce. Was she on it?
Yeah, she wrote all the songs and everything.
Oh, I didn't know that.
But I mean, it was just hit after hit after hit after hit as far as the soundtrack goes. But the movie itself is really good, and I mean, it's called The Bodyguard, so I mean, that should just honestly tell you what the movie's about. Mm-hmm. So no need to explain. And then my other honorable mention would be Get Out.
Oh, that's a good one right there.
I had never seen a movie like that before. I really enjoyed it. It was different.
It was kind of weird in a sense, in certain parts, but...
Yeah, but I mean, it was full of suspense. I didn't think he was going to make it, for real.
Really? I mean, it's a movie. Most of the time it's a happy ending, most of the time.
Nah, not when it's like black people. They usually like to kill black people off, like, with the quickness. But
I mean, did they not in that movie?
Did they? No.
I gotta look. I'm pretty sure they did, but not him, obviously. But since you said you're honorable,
you said, did they kill the black people in the movie?
Yeah.
You mean the white people who had the brains of the black people implanted? That's different.
Oh. Okay.
I'm talking about actual black. I mean, that's all you see in movies is, the black people get killed first.
Yeah.
It's changed up a little bit over the years. I'll say that. But like growing up, I'd always expect that. Like, oh, he's gonna die. Ooh.
Yeah.
So. Well,
since you just said your honorable mentions, I'm gonna just run through the ones I have right here, and then I'm gonna give y'all the last 2 I got. But some honorable mentions I got Power Rangers, the 2017 one, not the old one. I like the most recent one that came out. I like that one. 21 Jump Street, Medea Goes to Jail, Home. That's another animated movie. Sing, another animated movie. Inside Out. I mean, Inside Out is goated in my opinion. Step Up 2. That's the one where they're dancing and you got.
Oh, I forgot about that movie.
Yeah.
Step Up 2 to the streets.
Now my favorite.
Mouse.
My favorite. I think it's Moose, right?
Oh, Moose.
Either Moose or Mouse, but it's the scene because I watched it the other day. It's the scene where it's like raining and like he's just
like ticking and doing all kinds of stuff.
Nah, they spazzed out on that one scene. That's one of my favorite like moments in terms of movies. And then Black Panther. I just like Black Panther. I had to throw that in there, but
I forgot Black Panther.
Yeah, this the thing with these lists. There's a lot of movies that are in contention, and to be honest, a lot of these could slide into these slots. So I think with movies, like it's like when movies and music and whatever, it changes every single day. So this list could shift depending on our moods or whatever we're doing in life. But I'm gonna end it up with these last two. This shouldn't be a surprise. 2 is Princess and the Frog. She pretty much explained it, just the whole plot and it being in Louisiana. Because, I mean, my grandma's from Louisiana, so I kind of knew a lot of what was going on and the whole voodoo thing and, yeah, all of that. So, it was really cool. I mean, it's a classic in my opinion. It was really different seeing, like, a black princess. And, I don't know, the soundtrack's really cool, too, because you got Neo in there. I just remember him being at the end. But,
oh, yeah, that was a pretty song.
Yeah, it was a pretty solid soundtrack. But classic. I think this is probably the best Disney movie in my opinion. Some people might say Moana or like I don't know some other movies, but
I've never seen that.
Yeah, but this is my favorite one. And then number 1, this out because we were planning this other day, and I thought of this, and I'm like, how did I not put this on my list? Friday. I'm going with the original one with Smokey. Do I really even have to explain this? I mean, she put Friday After Next. That's a very good pick, but Friday is just, and you know this, man, like it's so legendary. Like you can't like go wrong with that. So I just remember because the thing is, I used to watch VH1. If you know what that is, like if you know, they'd have all the movies, and I would just watch Friday when it'd come on at night and watch it over and over and over, and it's hilarious in my opinion. But
It is.
Number 1, I got Friday. You could put Friday After Next. Next Friday is the worst one, but it's not even bad. It's just it doesn't compare to the other two. But that was our list of favorite movies. Like I said, these movies can change depending on what comes out. 'Cause I mean, let's say Avengers comes out and it just wipes everything on this list. You never know. But anything else you got to say?
You got to check out some classics, man. I'm trying to tell you, you be missing out on some stuff.
Yeah, I got some picking up to do. I need to watch Scarface again. I don't think I've ever seen Goodfellas. I don't think so.
You need to check out Goodfellas. Definitely Malcolm X. Yeah, you gotta check out Malcolm X for sure.
Right, but
there's some new movies coming out. It's already September this month. Beetlejuice is coming out, and a lot of thrillers are coming out.
I still haven't seen Deadpool Deadpool and Wolverine. I need to see that.
I don't even want to see it, and I love me some Wolverine, but I just don't want to see that movie for some reason.
Really?
Yeah.
Apparently it leaked before, so yeah, a lot of movies leak. Apparently, I didn't know that, but anyway, that was the episode with Ma Dukes, and I'm gonna see y'all next time.